And whose idea was a collective idea to start a scholarship foundation? Was that part of it, or did that come from once you had the momentum?
No, that was my idea going into, like, before I posted the film, I set up the little website and had the little widget, and George and I were testing it to make sure it could accept, donations. And we did that right after the Rough Cut screening, and it sat at about $100 for 5 or 6 months between when the Rough Cut premiered and when I finally finished the online version. But whenever possible, I like to try to make a difference with the things that I do. So I've worked in the nonprofit space, and I thought, hey, this would be really cool to raise. The initial goal was to raise $25,000 for a scholarship fund, and George was like, "You're crazy. That's a lot of money." And my girlfriend was like, "Are you sure you want to set it that high?" And I was like, "Well, let's think big. $25,000." So the first day we put it up, it went over $60,000. And then we raised it up. The next day it was over $110,000. And then we're like, whoa, like we can't raise that bar again until we figure out exactly what we're doing, because now there's millions of people watching what we're doing, and we don't know what we're doing completely, right? So we're like figuring this thing out. So I reached out to some folks, and the Goldhirsch Foundation stepped up and kind of told them this plan, because there were a lot of things happening really fast. Like, there were response videos of grown men watching the film and just crying. Like it was kind of amazing. And then there were all these kids that were making arcades. There were pictures of 4-year-olds in their kitchen with an arcade set up, and like waiting for customers in their kitchen, and mom saying, "Oh gosh, somebody come play." And videos of people making these really elaborate games and sharing them with other kids and saying, "Hey, Kane, this is my cardboard bubblegum machine. Here's how it works." A 7-year-old made this amazing pinball machine that's like Mensa level innovations. And so it was clear that this had, Kane had like sparked a DIY movement of creativity amongst kids all around the world. We just got a post from Budapest of this kind of smash people's heads games.
They say it's a game.
Yeah. It's kind of lost in translation maybe, but so we started thinking about what it is that's sparking this fire, and part of it is this idea of paying it forward, like doing something to make this Kids Day. Now the internet's rallying around to make this future, and now how can we move that towards even helping more people? So we started the Kane's Arcade Foundation about 3 days after the film hit, and a few days later we got a $250,000 matching grant, dollar for dollar, every dollar that goes to Kane. The Goldhirsch Foundation's giving us $1 to start the Kane's Arcade Foundation to find, foster, and fund creativity and entrepreneurship in other kids.